So good. We are renewing all institutions. What about the legislature? And that is why I was very happy yesterday when in the forthcoming bill it is said that those who want to seek public office will be vetted. We want to know by what magic they come by their immense wealth as a condition precedent to their being allowed to be unleashed to their unsuspecting electorate. Once we sanitize our politics, Nyerere was right. Syria maendeleo ni watu, ardhi na siasa safi.
Na si kisomo.
Si kisomo. ni masomo. Si kisomo.
Will that happen, Director? Because we've got less than a year, well, maybe about a year to the next election, plus minus a year. Are we going to get a new crop of leadership in that august house?
You know, it can happen.
Can it happen?
History has demonstrated that things can change, sometimes so dramatically. The confluence of historical factors can be so dramatic that most of the individuals you see on the political scene may very well be consigned to the Museum of History alongside the spinning wheel. And the Kenyans have the capacity to achieve it. They only have to say, we are not going to be bribed to vote. We are not going to be dictated by ethnic consideration. They only have to say that those politicians who have been on the political stage for the last 30 years, they belong to the Jurassic Park of history and politics, and that we need new wine in new wineskins. In other words, the Almighty God has given Kenyans an opportunity with the resources to buy unto themselves a Cadillac or a tuk-tuk. Will we buy the tuk-tuk or the Cadillac? The choice is ours.
That's it. And that's the bottom line.
That is the bottom line. The people get the leaders they deserve. I'm reading a book by a man called Greg Mills, Why Africa is Poor and What Africans Can Do About It. And in a nutshell, he says many things. He says that Africans are poor because their leaders choose that path. But I also want to say that the people also choose the leaders. So the people have chosen that path. We must now make a decision to follow the path of progress or to follow the path of retrogression.
In our lifetime, Director, in our lifetime, will we wake up to the day when we'll say, my goodness, we did it. We changed this country.
Jeff, we must not wait to wake up. We must create that day. It is you and me to do what you are doing on a daily basis, giving the oxygen of publicity to the voices of reason, even if they are not infallible, is a contribution that you are making. And if we could have this consistently, and this is then seen and internalized by the people of Kenya, then I hold the view that it can be done. Even to the critics, whose only claim to fame is to say the glass is half empty even when it is full. They must ask themselves what is their contribution. Even to the cynics who doubt that it can never be done. They must remember that we are all in this ship, and the hole they dig will cause a deluge which will not spare them.
When you travel outside the country, Director, once in a while when you go out, what do the people think about our fight against corruption?
You know, what is amazing, I've been in Burundi in the recent past, I've been in Uganda, I've been in South Africa. We are being cited as a country, despite all the difficulties, that is demonstrating zeal and zest. So Christ is still right, that prophets are not acknowledged in their own homeland. Here we are derided and abused and insulted and taken for granted.
And threatened.
And there and threatened and maligned and all those negative adjectives. But out there they are beginning to say, yes, corruption is a problem in your country, but we can begin to see the enthusiasm, the energy that is being applied in the fight.
Does that give you fuel to go on?
It gives me fuel. In fact, whenever I come out of Kenya, I come back energized. And that is the energy that sometimes I want to feed into this country. That is why, you see, we are always speaking confidently, because we are not speaking the language of the lips. We are speaking the language of the heart. We mean what we are saying. I could be in my law firm, practicing anonymously.
Yeah.
I could teach at the university and engage in consultancy. Why do I put my life literally on the line?
Every day.
Every day. It's because I love this country. Because I have a patriotic duty to play my part for my children, your children, this generation, and generations yet to be born. But we cannot fail. It's the great Mahatma used to say,
Yes.
Gandhi, first they ignore you, they ignore us. Then they abuse you, they are abusing us now. Then they fight you, they have started fighting us, then you win.
And what do they do then?
Then they surrender and acknowledge grudgingly.
Director, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You're amazing. Keep up the fight, Director.
Thank you.
Do not stop. Because if you do, we'll only have ourselves to blame.
Thank you.
Good grief, folks. The director has spoken. PLO Lumumba on the bench, speaking from the heart, calling it like it is. It's up to us, folks. That's the bottom line. And it can happen in our lifetime. Director believes it. Otherwise, he would be practicing law somewhere in some nondescript place. He's put his life and his job and his career on the line in this fight for change. Whoa! What a guest. What a show. What a week it's going to be, folks. You simply cannot find the director of the KACC anywhere else but right here on the bench on the award-winning station, K24, where we are. Yes, even in times of the fight against corruption, we are still all Kenyan.
All the time.
My brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
And you, man.
Capital Talk is filmed at Fairmont, the Norfolk.